Welcome back to WNBA ERUPTS TV. I'm not kidding when I say that today's tale is the kind of moment that will be taught in sports history schools 10 years from now. So if you are a Caitlin Clark fan, please leave CC 100% love in the comments section right now. On the WNBA's all-time career assists list, Caitlin Clark recently surpassed Sue Bird. Give that some thought. Nobody believed she could do it in as few games as she did. And what was said and not stated, as well as what transpired in the stadium later. The entire image is quite breathtaking, so stay to the very end. In a nutshell, if you're watching this and haven't subscribed yet, you are among the 90% of people who watch every video but manage to forget to click the button. Simply tap it. 1 second is needed. There is no cost. Additionally, it enables this channel to continue providing you with these in-depth analyses. Okay, let's start. This is the scene then. Indiana versus Connecticut on Tuesday night. Mohegan Sun Arena was sold out. With less than 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter, Fever was down 3. In transition, Clark sends the ball to Aaliyah Boston on the baseline, who finishes after Clark threads an incredible laser between two defenders. It was routine help, but it wasn't. That was Caitlin Clark's 2,229th assist during her WNBA career. Sue Bird scored 2,228 in the end. She received a standing ovation from the venue, a road arena, mind you, because they knew they were witnessing something that would not occur again in their lifetimes. Connecticut supporters stood in support of an Indiana Fever player. Kelsey Mitchell, a colleague of Clark's, took her by the shoulders and briefly held her. And Clark's response, "This is what got me." She refrained from pounding her chest. She did not gesture toward the scoreboard. She gestured to Boston. She gestured to the person who had caught the ball. When reporters asked her what it meant after the game, she gave a very authentic response. "I mean, Sue Bird is the standard, you know," she remarked. "I watched her when I was 12, so it seems kind of ridiculous to even put my name next to hers. However, I didn't do this. My teammates finished after making difficult passes. That's also a milestone for them. Take note of what she decided not to do there. She made no claim to the throne. She didn't give herself a ranking. She offered credit in both downward and sideways directions. And that self-control revealed more about her mental state than any proclamation. This didn't happen in a vacuum, so let's go back a little. The biggest critique of Clark when she joined the league 2 years ago was that she was a point guard cosplaying as a scorer. Recall that in 2024, ESPN's Chinese Aquamike stated, "The assists will come, but you know, running an offense at this level requires a patience she hasn't shown yet." Jordan Canada, a former Storm guard, tweeted, "Passing highlights is not equal to passing," before swiftly removing it. Additionally, Sue Bird herself was cautious yet diplomatic in her podcast. "I think she's phenomenal," she remarked. "I simply believe that the analogy is premature. Let her play for 5 years before we have a conversation." It didn't take 5 years, though. Parts of 3 seasons were involved. This gets us to the actual tale. Everything is changed by what Sue Bird said on Tuesday night following the release of the record. Bird said, "I was wrong about the timeline," in a face-to-camera video that she posted instead of a tweet or press release. "I'll take responsibility for that. She is doing more than just passing the ball. I'm truly honored to have my name next to hers on any list," and she's like, redefining what the position looks like in this league. The word proud caused her voice to crack a little. It wasn't staged. Her jaw tightened just before she spoke, as if she was considering the reasons behind her public statement. That's a woman who acknowledged that the record now belongs to someone else after holding it for years. Something is needed for that. This is where things become even more intriguing, though. Diana Taurasi, who has been outspoken about what she refers to as the coronation economy, stated, "Records are records." During a podcast tape as Bird was recording the homage. "I'm not stealing anything from her. However, I just believe that context is important. Sue played in a different time period with a slower tempo and fewer possessions. This conversation shifts as you adjust the pace." Regarding pace inflation, Taurasi is correct. The WNBA of today does play more quickly. However, if you pay close attention, you'll see that she never stated that Clark doesn't deserve it. She questioned how it was framed. That's a very particular type of pushback that indicates that the accomplishment itself cannot be denied, even by the old guard. Only the adjectives around it are up for dispute. Okay, before we continue, please hit the like button if you're enjoying this breakdown. It actually aids in increasing the number of people who see this video. There is a layer beneath all of this that no one is really connecting to, so allow me to put on my analyst hat for a while. This milestone's timing is crucial, and here's why. In 2027, the WNBA's new media rights agreement, which is estimated to be worth $200 million a year, will begin its first year of full implementation. To convince Disney, Amazon, and everyone else at the table that the price tag is reasonable, the league needs signature moments, quantifiable, promotable, and headline-ready events. It is no coincidence that Clark broke Bird's record on a Tuesday night game that was shown nationwide. The league deliberately front-loaded Fever road games into premium television times this season, according to a Sports Business Journal article. When questioned about this during a press conference last month, Commissioner Kathy Engelberg responded, "We schedule competitively, not around any one player." In contrast to the league average of about 600,000 spectators, Fever road games are drawing an average of 1.4 million people this season. Pay attention to the money. On a Monday afternoon, you don't place your best-rated product. You place it in the vicinity of the cameras. Now, some could argue that there is nothing evil about this. It's just smart business. To be honest, it's a valid point. Each league elevates its top players. The NFL has no regrets about scheduling Patrick Mahomes during prime time. Here's why the comparison is flawed, though. There are dozens of marketable faces and 32 teams in the NFL. With one player receiving a drastically disproportionate amount of attention, the WNBA is constructing a $200 million media apparatus. The entire economic infrastructure falters if Clark has an injury, if she waits for a contract, or if she decides tomorrow that she wants to play abroad for a year. That isn't a marketing tactic. That is a reliance. Dependencies are also weaknesses. Consider the NBA's experience with the Donald Sterling situation. Because the organization was larger than individual owner, the league responded quickly. Now consider this. Is the WNBA larger than Caitlin Clark at this point in its development? Front desk employees should feel uneasy about the question. This is what I believe will occur next. The legitimacy chapter is permanently closed with Bird's public backing. Because casual fans don't give a damn about prepossession adjustments, Taurus's tempo argument will circulate on discussion shows for a week before dying. The number is important to them. Additionally, Clark will continue to deflect credit in a way that paradoxically intensifies the focus because she is the best person to grasp her own gravity. The question is not whether she will win the all-time scoring title, but rather when, if she remains healthy. The league is forced to openly address how it allocates attention, resources, and power throughout its whole ecosystem as a result of that collision, which occurs when she threatens many records at once. But only if one thing is true will that reckoning take place. Clark must continue to desire to be here, and wanting to stay here is a decision she takes every morning in a league where the maximum wage still falls short of her endorsement income from a single agreement. There isn't a cliffhanger there. Everyone who plays women's basketball stands on that foundation. In the next one, I'll see you.